Did you know over 5 million immigrants live in California? And many of them are green card holders who now face unexpected changes to their rights? Just this week, new immigration laws were passed that could affect your healthcare, job, housing, and even your path to citizenship. These aren't minor updates. They're game-changing rules that could flip your future in the US upside down. If you thought holding a green card meant stability, think again. Some of these new laws protect undocumented immigrants more than ever before, while others quietly tighten the rules around benefits, employment, and legal status. Most people have no idea what's happening, and that silence could cost them big time. The clock is ticking, and being uninformed might lead to mistakes that could put your status or future applications at risk. So, what's really going on in California? Which laws help and which ones hurt? Stick with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes might just save your future. Number 1. Expanded access to state benefits. Starting this year, California has officially opened its state-funded healthcare programs to all immigrants, including undocumented individuals. This law, known as AB4, has been praised as a humanitarian step forward. But here's what's rarely mentioned. This expansion could unintentionally affect green card holders in ways no one is talking about. While it sounds like a win for everyone, the reality is a bit more complex. More people using the same pool of resources means that services could become overloaded. If you're a green card holder relying on Medi-Cal or similar programs, you may start to see longer wait times, delays in approvals, or even temporary lapses in coverage due to processing backups. And that's not all. Some experts warn that funding limits might result in benefits being rationed or scaled back if demand spikes beyond expectations. That could mean more paperwork, recertification delays, or strict eligibility reviews, especially for those in mixed status families. What can you do? Stay ahead. Make sure your documents are up to date. Renew your benefits as early as possible, and sign up for alerts on Covered California's website. It's also smart to speak with a benefits coordinator to ensure you're maximizing what you're eligible for before things get more competitive. Remember, this law is meant to help, but if you're not prepared, it could feel like you're being pushed to the back of the line. If this video opened your eyes or helped you stay informed, then show us some love. We pour hours of research into every upload to bring you the truth. Comment below. I'm staying informed. If you found this useful, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it means the world to us. Number 2. Legal help just got easier. California has just expanded its Immigrant Legal Defense Fund, allowing more access to free legal support for immigrants facing deportation or immigration court proceedings. On the surface, this seems like a huge win, especially for those caught in legal limbo. But here's the twist that many green card holders aren't prepared for. With this new law, legal aid services will be flooded with new applicants, many of whom are undocumented and urgently in need. That means longer wait lists, stricter intake criteria, and potentially less one-on-one time for green card holders seeking help with renewals, adjustment of status, or citizenship applications. And if you're applying for something more complex, like asylum support, waivers, or appeals, good luck getting fast assistance. Then this shift in funding priorities could also mean that routine support for lawful permanent residents gets pushed aside in favor of more urgent cases. Some legal experts are warning that even those with clean records may experience increased scrutiny, especially if there are minor errors in documentation or previous visa issues. So, what should you do now? Don't wait until a problem becomes an emergency. If you need legal help, even just for a consultation, reach out now before the system becomes overwhelmed. And always keep copies of your immigration paperwork, file taxes on time, and stay well informed on deadlines and policy changes. Yes, the law expands access, but the real question is, will you be first in line or left waiting in the crowd? If this info saved you time or stress, you drop a comment below saying, I'm prepared. It helps more than you think. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it fuels all the work we do behind the scenes. Number 3. Workers protected. California's new SB 497 law now provides stronger protections for undocumented workers who report labor violations. That means employers can no longer retaliate against someone just because of their immigration status. A move hailed as a victory for basic worker rights. But here's where it gets complicated. If you're a green card holder working in the same industries, construction, hospitality, agriculture, this new law could shift how your employer views you. Why? Because it opens the door for increased state monitoring of workplaces, meaning more audits, more inspections, and more pressure on businesses to comply with labor laws. And that pressure could trickle down to you. Even if you've done everything right, one mistake on your I-9 form, a gap in your employment history, or an unreported side job could now raise flags. In some cases, employers may start preemptively reviewing employee files or even downsizing teams to avoid risk. And yes, green card holders have been caught in that crossfire. What can you do? Be proactive. Make sure your employment documents are accurate and updated. Never skip a paycheck and avoid under the table work, even temporarily. If your employer changes your role or hours unexpectedly, ask for clarification in writing. These small steps can protect you if things go sideways. This law isn't meant to target you, but in a more regulated environment, everyone's under the microscope. Have you or someone you know faced unexpected job issues as a green card holder? Type, I'm staying ready in the comments to show you're ahead of the curve. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. One click from you equals fuel for our next video. Number 4, voting mistakes that could cost you everything. Here's a law that seems harmless, but could be disastrous if you're not paying attention. A B1536 tightens rules to prevent non-citizens from accidentally registering to vote in California. Sounds like a good thing, right? But for green card holders, this is a legal landmine you'll want to avoid at all costs. The state has discovered that thousands of immigrants have been mistakenly registered to vote when applying for a driver's license or updating information at the DMV. Many didn't even realize they had done anything wrong. But when it came time to apply for citizenship or renew their green card, that simple mistake was flagged as voter fraud. And yes, that can lead to deportation or denial of future applications. The new law now requires extra verification and safeguards. But that doesn't mean you're safe. If you've moved recently, updated your DMV records, or filled out any official form that includes a citizenship checkbox, double check everything. Make sure you never mark US citizen unless you've officially naturalized. Even an honest mistake can have serious consequences. And here's the scary part. Some immigrants only discover the error years later, when it's already too late. Don't let that be you. Take action now. Check your voter registration status online. If you're not supposed to be registered, fix it immediately with the local registrar's office. Keep a record of your correction. It could be your lifeline during future immigration reviews. Have you ever been confused about voter forms or DMV questions? Type double check everything in the comments to raise awareness. And don't forget, click that subscribe button to support our work. One click keeps this free info flowing to thousands who need it. Number 5. Language Access Law. California's AB 970 is making headlines for expanding language access in public services. That means more immigrants, including green card holders, can now receive official documents, healthcare info, legal notices, and service help in more languages than ever before. Sounds like a dream come true, right? But there's a hidden challenge most people don't see coming. With over 200 languages spoken in California, the state agencies are now scrambling to provide accurate translations, and many are relying on automated systems or inexperienced interpreters. This has already led to serious miscommunications in things like healthcare decisions, legal documents, and even eviction notices. For green card holders who rely on government forms and legal services, this creates a risky situation. One poorly translated sentence could lead to denied benefits, missed deadlines, or even misunderstood court orders. And sadly, once it's on record, fixing it isn't easy. What can you do to protect yourself? First, if you're handed a translated document, ask if it's certified. Don't assume it's accurate. Second, when making legal or medical decisions, request a professional interpreter, not just someone who speaks the language. And finally, don't sign anything unless you're 100% sure of what it says. This law is here to help, but only if you use it wisely. Remember, a translation can open a door or close one if it's wrong. If you've ever had a confusing experience with a translated form or interpreter, share your story below. Someone else might learn from it. And while you're here, would go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it helps us keep creating content that truly matters. Number 6. Sanctuary law strengthened. California has doubled down on its sanctuary state status with a stronger version of SB 54, making it clear that local law enforcement cannot cooperate with federal immigration agents in most cases. On the surface, this feels like a protective shield, a comfort zone for immigrants across the state. But here's what most green card holders don't realize. This law doesn't protect everyone equally. While it limits cooperation with ICE, it doesn't stop federal agents from acting independently. And in some cases, they still show up at homes, workplaces, or court hearings. Some green card holders have mistakenly believed they are safe under sanctuary policies, only to find themselves under scrutiny for past immigration violations, criminal charges, or misfiled paperwork. And because the law limits what local officers can do, not ICE, you might not even know you're under investigation until it's too late. So, what does this mean for you? Stay alert, not paranoid. Know your rights. If an officer, local or federal, approaches you, ask if you're free to leave and never volunteer your immigration status. Keep a Know Your Rights card on you, and if ICE comes to your door, don't open it without a signed warrant. This sanctuary law adds a layer of protection, but it's not a bulletproof vest. Don't let false confidence be your downfall. Have you ever been confused about what sanctuary really means? Drop a comment below saying knowledge is power to show you're staying sharp. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Just one click fuels the hours we spend making sure you're protected and informed. Number 7. Green card holder audits. This one's flying under the radar, but it could have serious consequences if you're not paying attention. As part of a new compliance initiative, California is now sharing more financial data with federal agencies, including the IRS. And guess who's on the watch list? High income and long term green card holders. If you've lived in California for several years, earned a decent income, or owned property, you may now fall under increased scrutiny for tax audits and residency verification. In fact, even things like frequent international travel or dual income sources can trigger a red flag, especially if your filings don't clearly prove U.S. residency intent. Why does this matter? Because for green card holders, tax behavior can affect immigration status. If the government believes you've been living abroad too often or not treating the US as your primary residence, it can lead to revoked status or citizenship denial, even if your taxes were paid. What should you do now? First, keep detailed records of your travel, especially time spent abroad. Second, file taxes as a resident, not a foreign national. Third, make sure your address, employment, and ties to California are clearly reflected in your documents. This law isn't about scaring you, it's about helping you stay one step ahead. Because the only thing worse than a surprise audit is one you didn't see coming. Have you ever felt unsure about how your taxes affect your green card? Drop a comment saying audit proof if this gave you clarity, and show your support by subscribing right now. One click helps us keep delivering the content others won't tell you, but you need to know. Number 8. ID privacy boosted. With the passing of AB 1766, California will now issue standard state IDs and driver's licenses that no longer mark immigration status. This means whether you're undocumented, a green card holder, or a US citizen, your ID will look the same. At first glance, this seems like a huge privacy win. But here's the twist. Not all agencies and employers are on the same page yet. Some systems still expect distinctions, and that can lead to confusion or delays when verifying your ID for employment, travel, or housing applications. For green card holders, this could mean extra questions or document requests, especially if you are dealing with federal agencies that still expect status based ID types. There's also a risk that private entities like landlords or background check services may treat all IDs as equal, leading to misclassification or even denial of services if your additional documents aren't ready on the spot. So, what should you do? First, always carry your green card or proof of status when using your ID in official situations. Second, ask your employer, leasing agent, or service provider what documents they require in addition to the ID. Don't assume they'll understand the new law. Many don't. A B 1766 is a big step toward protecting immigrants' privacy, but don't let that protection backfire by being unprepared. One missing document at the wrong moment could lead to unnecessary delays or denials. Have you used your ID recently and faced confusion or extra questions? Comment, I carry backup to help others prepare. And if you value this kind of real talk, subscribe with just one click. See that one click helps us keep creating the content others are afraid to say out loud. Number 9. Public housing access changes. In a big shift, California has eased restrictions on public housing eligibility for immigrant families, including certain green card holders and mixed status households. This change means more people can now apply for affordable housing, which sounds like great news, especially with rent prices sky high across the state. But here's the flip side: the number of available units hasn't increased. With thousands of new applicants entering the system, competition for housing just got a lot tougher and slower. That means longer wait lists, more paperwork, and in some cases, priority going to those with more urgent or vulnerable status. For green card holders, this could mean getting pushed further down the line, especially if your household doesn't qualify for additional priority points, like veteran status or disability. Some have already reported months of delays, while others have received conflicting updates from different housing authorities. So, what's the smart move here? Get ahead of the crowd. Apply now, even if you think you're not eligible, because eligibility rules are changing constantly. Keep every document organized: income proof, household size, immigration status, and previous addresses, and follow up regularly. Persistence can move your case forward when systems lag. This law opens new doors. But if you're not proactive, someone else might walk through them first. Are you or someone you know applying for housing right now? Comment "applied early" to inspire others to take action. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. One single click gives us the support we need to keep making real, practical videos like this that the community truly needs. Number 10. Fast track to citizenship. California has quietly launched new state-supported programs to help green card holders become U.S. citizens faster. These include free legal workshops, translation services, and citizenship education resources, all designed to guide you through the naturalization process step by step. But here's what most people don't realize: these programs are temporary and highly dependent on annual state funding. Once budgets shift, the workshops and one on one help could disappear. In other words, if you wait too long, you may miss the window to get free, high quality help with your citizenship journey. On top of that, immigration policy is always evolving. A change in federal leadership or a rise in application backlogs could slow down approvals, increase naturalization fees, and or even tighten eligibility rules in the future. That's why 2024 to 2026 is being seen by experts as a sweet spot for green card holders to apply, if they're ready. So, what should you do right now? First, check your eligibility. You may already qualify. Then, visit local non-profit immigration centers or your county's official website for free workshop dates. Make sure you have your green card, tax records, travel history, and any prior immigration documents ready to go. Becoming a citizen gives you the right to vote, stronger protections, and full access to federal jobs and benefits. These new California programs are making it easier, but only for those who act before the opportunity closes. Are you thinking about starting your naturalization journey? They comment, "Next stop, citizen," if you're ready to take the leap, and support our channel by subscribing with just one click. Your support helps us keep bringing you the updates no one else is covering. As you've just seen, California's latest immigration laws are changing the game for green card holders in both empowering and unexpected ways. From healthcare access and legal protections to tax audits and citizenship opportunities, these updates are more than just political headlines. They affect real lives, real families, and real futures. The truth is, many immigrants find out about these changes too late after a missed deadline, a denied benefit, or an unexpected letter in the mail. But you won't be one of them because you've already taken the most important first step, staying informed. Whether it's avoiding voter form mistakes, preparing for increased IRS attention, or making the most of free citizenship help before it disappears, now is the time to act. Small choices today could prevent big problems tomorrow. And remember, but these laws may be based in California, but they set trends for the entire country. What starts here often expands, so even if you live elsewhere, don't tune out. These shifts could be coming to your state next. So take what you've learned today and apply it to your life, your paperwork, your plans. Don't wait until the system forces your hand. Get ahead of it.